Hi, everybody. Today is Monday, and it is the 18th of November. What a busy morning thus far. Lulu's out in a van being washed and trimmed. They didn't get their September cut because I went to Chicago, and they're so busy they had to book me in November. And whew, they grew a lot of hair. So Jack gets in here. He's just so glad it's over with. Lulu had tried to hide under the bed, but she's too big to get under the bed. So when she knocked at the door, Lulu took off. And so we had to, say, "You want a treat?" It's the only way to get her out. And so we ended up getting her out there. At any time, I might have to put you guys on pause to bring her in. But Jack is like, "Oh, I'm so glad that's over with." So he gets in the bedroom, he takes a nice big drink of water. He's laid up on my soft blankies, just trying to chillax. And I come in, and what I'm trying to do is take those blankies off and put my new one on so I could wash the ones that he was laying on top of. And when I did it, everything flipped. Things went flying into his bowl, and he took off. My God, you guys, he was so scared. It's like, what the? I just no sooner thought I could just relax. And oh my God. So anyway, poor dog. So I give him another treat because he had to go through that. So anyway, I'm here because I want to tell you guys things are just going to be working out. I did a show with Mel this morning, and be sure to catch that. I just finished a show with Tom T. Moore. He discussed overlapping lives, which is interesting, which Sterling had hit on, and soul contracts and Jesus and ETs and UFOs, all that juicy stuff we like to watch. There's a new show about aliens on MGM Plus. That's very good. And they talked about remote viewing that the CIA used back in the day. I think Whimsy uses it, and Sheila uses it. Very interesting. I found I was sitting there really watching it. I just got back from back here to the Northern California from Arizona. Beautiful out there. It actually snowed just a teensy bit. We were supposed to go to the Grand Canyon, but because the rain and the snow, and I'm glad we didn't, although I just had a woman I read this morning that was out there and said it was beautiful, but the traffic. And girl, I'm too old for traffic, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, so you guys had left me a lot of questions. After I had done my little short video in Arizona, I found a whole bunch more questions. Let me tell you, hold on. It went from 200 to 648. So I'm going to take a quick look see at that. And the breaking news, which is Mitch McConnell, just shut it down. No recess appointments, no cabinet approvals. Trump's team is officially locked out. Power move or desperate control play? You decide. So let's take a look. Let's take a look, see, you guys. Power move. Well, let's be honest. Let's be honest, you guys. I never trusted Mitch McConnell. Even when his wife was treated so poorly by Trump, he never really stood up for her. So I just don't trust him. He stole Supreme Court from us. He tried to shut down Obamacare. Thank God for McCain. And, I just don't trust him. By the way, you guys, I just got some mail, pieces of the pie, surviving love. She had called me or wrote me and said, "Did you get?" Oh, she's a pretty, look at that. Pieces of the pie. I have to send her a thank you. So I just want you to know that I got your book by Pie Dumas. What a cute name, Pie Dumas. Okay, so I got your book, and I'm going to be sending you a thank you. Okay, so Mitch McConnell, let's take a look, see. Okay, what is the true purpose of shutting it down. Now, I'm going to tell you a hit while I was talking to, and this is for entertainment purposes only, but I'm almost feeling like Mike Johnson might not be in the picture come the new season. So I don't know what that's about. MTG just did a Twitter saying that apparently they're only behind, I guess they're one. So a whole bunch of people won and in the Congress, and now they're one behind. So you get somebody who decides they're not going to be a Trumpster, that could hurt this new Congress coming up. And she said, we need recounts, they're cheating. When they don't win, we cheat. That's how it goes. They still won by one, but I guess we just keep winning these little back road things, and it's amazing. Okay, so good work, you guys. Okay, so let's look at Mitch McConnell. You write down that I'm talking about him. Mitch McConnell. What number is he? Now, the new guy's supposed to take over. He'll be put in office January 3rd, I think. The new speaker. Oh, Trump is furious. Trump is furious. How dare he? It's like it's war. I'm going to read on Matt Gaetz too, because for some reason I keep seeing his face. Matt Gaetz is in trouble. Tell me about Mitch McConnell. What can I tell everybody about Mitch McConnell? People are glad what he did. He's talked to Biden. He's talked to Biden behind closed doors. He actually wants to keep the Constitution in place. So even though he's done some under the table, untoward, cheating kind of stuff, he's kind of followed the law. Does that make sense? Where he still hasn't totally disregarded the Constitution. So that's one thing that's in place. He's got good cards. His wife is very strong in here. Oh, thank you. Okay, I just got this hit. I got that he knows his wife is in deep trouble when Trump comes back in, because Trump has decided he's going to slam dunk anybody that worked against him. Well, didn't she quit and say she didn't like what he did and it was not called for? He's going to try to hurt her, and rumor came out where someone told him, McConnell, Trump's coming after your wife. So I think that's part of the reason he's doing, because there's always some quid pro quo. There's always something going on here. So he got rumor or heard rumor, and so he'd like to break this guy down. He'd like to break him down. And that's why Trump is furious, but he also kind of understands, oh yeah, well, he knows what I'm going to do to, he will try to hurt him too, but he don't care. That's interesting, because you didn't stand up for your wife before. Okay, so Matt Gaetz. I think I read on Matt with you guys in Arizona. And I think I got a couple of other little hits on this. I don't see him being able to take the position. Will Matt Gaetz actually get the position? What I'm feeling is Trump might try to pull a fast one, but even the Republicans don't want him. So let's say Johnson says, fine, we'll have a vote. Well, first of all, the Senate won't vote for him. Fine, we'll have a vote and he will lose. And this is the other hit I got today. Just this real slight ping, and I'll let you guys all know if this came true. But I felt like Johnson might be out. I'm almost feeling like maybe he pisses off Trump because he's not pushy enough, or he gets voted out. They say, okay, we decide to vote him out. And I'll tell you, the Dems will help them vote him out. And somebody like the guy who's a Republican will come in. Tell me about Matt Gaetz. What's the outcome with him? Johnson is defending him for quitting Congress before that report came out. That report, okay, let's do two questions. Let's do just on Matt Gaetz, and then I want to show you guys what it says on that report. I still feel, I don't know if it'll legally be brought up, but I see us reading it. Okay, so he's crossed with the Ten of Swords. So he's trying to take this new, he really wants this, and he's going to be kissing the ring, if you know what I mean. Communication is upside down, gifts are reversed. Holding it, there's a woman fighting up against him. There's a woman here, or women picking the pieces. Women are against him. So what, will he get it? No, he's not going to get the position. It just falls apart. Do you know, I even had a slight vision that if he got in, that the people in the DOJ would treat him really bad, like, you know, not pay attention to him, no matter what he threatened. Okay, so tell me, he would try to fire a whole bunch of people, and they will work against him. I'm telling you right now, there's something not quite right. Now, so tell me, will that report come out to the, I hear yes, as clear as day. Will that report come out to the public? If you can give me a little time to me too, I appreciate it. Sorry, I gotta do this so much. Absolutely guaranteed, yes. Oh, Biden. So you don't think Biden does his, I have immunity and I decided I'm going to release this report. Whoa. Yes. 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 People dancing in the street. Give him a little bit of time. He's sorting it out. But this, oh my God, you guys, the document is out. Every time I read on Biden, I get a lot of good cards. Okay, so, well, hold on. And somebody else wrote something really cool here. Millie, she said she's an empath and she needs to tell me about her vision of Kamala. 3 nights ago, Thursday at 3 a.m., I decided to pray for Kamala. I made sure that my prayer for her was positive, full of joy and love. It's the feeling I wanted to express and put out there in the universe. After praying for her, I started to meditate. When using certain breathing techniques, I can start seeing visions in meditation. On this meditation, I saw 2. The first vision was personal and put a smile on my face. The second vision was, oh, she must have saw me and Gerard Butler. That was probably the one. Anyway, the first vision was personal. The second vision was special. Kamala was standing right in front of me. She was wearing a beige suit with a white blouse. In front of her was me, but not really me. I was standing in the place of a man and saw 2 hands with light gray sleeves. In both hands, he had folders and documents. With both hands, he handed her the folders and documents and said, "It's all yours. Do as you please." She placed both hands forward and he placed them on her hands. I looked at her face and saw a shiny glimmer of light out of her eyes with the biggest smile ever. I then opened my eyes, and at that very moment, I felt peace, a calmness to my soul. Let's all pray for her and our country. Very good. Very good. So listen, let me tell you, Biden has got some stuff going on. Let's start off with Putin. See, what happened was, there's not going to be any peace talks with Putin. I don't care. They were talking about maybe Trump tried to, and he even said Trump is lying. Trump said, well, I'm going to, what we'll do is Russia will keep what they took over, and then he just doesn't join NATO for 20 years, and we'll call it a day. And I thought, wow, they're actually going to give some sort of, thing. And then I saw Zelensky saying, there's no making peace with that man. Absolutely no. he is a heathen dictator, which is totally correct. So he then Putin did a mass bombing of this is the thing. He hit civilian buildings. He hurts children. So he hit a whole bunch. They got bombarded, which wasn't on the news. He got bombarded by Russian stuff. They fought as best as they could to keep some of them away. And that's when Biden says, you have permission to use the United States military equipment that we gave you. Also included in this is France and Germany. And there was some stuff came out from Zelensky. He said almost like, okay, baby, we're going for it. And they have hit Russia big time. They've hit them big time. They have some powerful stuff. It's like goody, goody, goody. Finally, we get to defend ourselves. So, but they're hitting specific targets thanks to the US and intel that comes around and gives them the hit spots. And they're, taking out their electrical, they're taking out as much as they can. Russia is in big trouble. The Russian people really don't want Putin in there because they don't want this stuff. As it is, what their mortgage rates went up 26%. I mean, we can't even live. This is like the old Russia when there was bread lines. I've been listening till Navalny's book, and it was not easy to be there in Russia. You had to have coupons, and it was terrible. So anyway, Trump is furious. Trump cannot stand it. He'll probably try to say he's going to put Biden on a tribunal. He's going to go crazy. Somebody was writing, how can he start a war without Congress approval? This isn't a war. This is giving Ukraine the ability to defend themselves. He's going to kill children. Guess what? We come right back. Remember that big fake thing, just like that with the shooting past the year? Never happened. With Trump, where he said they used poison gas, and we swore that if you use poison gas, we're going to hurt you. Then they made sure they got everybody out of the base they were going to hit. Remember that? It was a big fraud, and they bombed nothing. But Trump tried to act like, yeah, there you go. No, there was nothing there. So, okay. And the other news is that Biden was with China, and the president of China and Biden both came out against any kind of AI with nukes and stuff. And that was a slap in the face to Putin. And by the way, somebody, not Putin, but somebody on Russian television, national television, said that, well, the minute Trump gets in, we're going to take Alaska and some of California. They're just not, it's just their army is terrible. That was kind of, you always think of Russia as being so powerful. That was a little bit of a shock. But I feel sorry for 700,000 men have died, men and women have died serving, and they just, of course, they don't have the money. They were supposed to pay them a lot of money for these dead bodies, and they're not. They changed it. They're going to give them something, but not much. And these mothers and fathers are upset, you guys. This is huge. Remember, I told you, I even thought before Christmas. Now, time-wise, most psychics are very good. But I'm feeling just that profuse sweating and running. And, as they get bombed, they're not hitting the civilians. But as they can't turn on lights and ability to have foods come in and everything, as all these other countries are fighting against them, it's not, okay. I've never seen the nukes. I've always seen the ETs saying, no, we will not allow it. That's the only way they can get involved with us. And if you notice, we've got a lot of ETs coming around. I saw an ET up in Arizona with Julie and Dennis. It was that big full moon. And boy, that Dennis always gets pictures of them. So they're coming around. They heard us. We did a prayer. I've told them, please just make sure that we can be at peace. You don't want Russia to suffer, but they're going to have to, but it's not their fault. It's his fault. Just like I don't want America to suffer. If we listen to that Vedic Ramaswamy, and Elon Musk, both with, yeah, you guys are going to feel the pain. Really? Poor families, those poor red hat families that voted for him out there in the sticks, thinking, yeah, he's going to get rid of the illegals, but you have no clue. I don't listen. Biden and Kamala come up with a plan, a good plan for the border, but it was Trump who decided, no, don't do that because I'm going to get in there. And just not too long on the news, they said, yeah, he won, but barely won and a low percentile. I still think Kamala got more votes. I do. And I do think that Elon had something to do with those Starlinks. And the fact that he talks to Putin all the time. Why is he talking to Putin all the time? So, the DOJ wants that investigated. And senators have said, look at this guy. And he was saying on Twitter, who's wanting? Who's saying this? I will nuke them, is what he said. So that's not very American, is it? So anyway, it's going to be a shocker, the things that are coming up. I don't know how I know this. Other psychic readers know this. And don't lose faith. Don't trust that. If he does get in, it's partly because this was meant to happen to kick him out so hard that no one will let him back in the door. Okay, so tell me, if you can, as best as a human being can see this, what's the big surprise? I already got bumped off. Okay. Oh, well, I'll do prayers today around 3 p.m. Pacific. Got to get them prayers. I was going to do them up in Arizona, but I couldn't because you got to have two. And I didn't know my Google email password. I have things in a little book, and I didn't have that little book with me. Okay, so here we go. What's the big rollout? Angel of Light and Mercy. I know by the middle of December, we're looking at something. Why do I see Jack Smith? I can see him as clear as day. Jack Smith. It's something that's devastating to people. Um, this is Trump. God is speaking. This is some major, like a judge or something, makes a decision, bringing us strength, blowing him out of the water. Negative news for him. It's something bad news for him. Maybe they'll be able to get him on being a traitor. Maybe they'll be able to prove beyond a reasonable doubt. I doubt if it's that New York thing, because even if that guy says you're going to jail, they'll laugh him out the door. They will. It's like you can't do that to me. I'm president. But I feel it's something that's enough that I remember I, we've always felt that the White House was going to be empty, like maybe even only Biden's in there trying to hold the ship down. Because obviously, if a war does come about, it still doesn't matter. You can still put a new president in. He wants to be president so bad right now, he would reverse everything that Biden is doing, including student loans. So tell me, Angel of Light and Mercy. This has got something to do with underhanded foreign operations with money. This is something communicated by someone who's coming forward and and do you guys remember I told you that I saw the Supreme Court packing their bags? I wonder if he takes something to Supreme Court and he says no. No, they say, no, we're not going to vote for what you want. And it'll make him so mad, he might even turn against them or his people turn against the Supreme Court. But I see the Supreme Court not giving him what he wants. It's that same feeling when they try to get rid of Obamacare and Justice Roberts said, wait a second, how are you going to this take away all this care for all these people and have nothing else in place. Oh, all he does is have meetings about who he's going to put in where. This is his favorite part, is having people kiss the ring. That's his favorite part. Marjorie Taylor Greene wants something. He might put her in, but I don't know. Oh, you guys, hold on one second. Yeah, that's Lulu's done now. Oh my God, they're so happy to be done. They're just like, it's a party over here. I gave Meech a treat. Of course, they love that. But they look really good. She did a real good job. Like I said, because I was going to Chicago, their original appointment had to be changed and they couldn't book me till today and they got really long hair. I tried getting those things, those clippers, and doing it myself. I couldn't do it. She did a great job. Okay, you guys. So something major is coming up. Some boom, boom. I can hear it. And I am so disappointed in Joe and whatever her name is on MSNBC. I just saw this morning on YouTube. That's great that they try to reach out, but I also fear, we have to be careful about not liking people because they try to work with Trump. We kind of gotta not do that. I have to be careful about, I didn't like khaki pants because he was always acting like, Trump had the better hold. I didn't like that. So, and the Republicans do it to Democrats too. If somebody likes a Democrat, then that you're a traitor, so. But I'm still not watching MSNBC. I'm done. I will watch Lawrence though. Lawrence has not broken my heart yet. I don't watch tonight's Rachel show. Normally I tape it, I run tape. No, not doing it. Okay, so also someone said, and this isn't for fact, that insiders, maybe Senates, are talking about to Biden about making Jack Smith a justice. Let's check that out. I haven't heard it anywhere else. Could just be hearsay, but it's worth a look at. Because if he's a federal judge for 5 years, Trump can't touch him. I just feel like Jack is battening down the hatch. I don't know if he'll be in the United States, but I don't know if he would like to, he'd love to take Trump down and he's willing to wait, take talk. That's Lulu drinking. Can you hear it? Will Jack Smith be a federal judge? And Trump still wants to give to Aileen something. I loved how Mitch McConnell said, no, we won't be vacationing or anything, but I see Trump desperate to put people in there. If he does put Matt Gaetz in there, which he may very well just declare some, like he did before, he puts people in, it won't last because I see the DOJ turning on him. Something will happen where Matt he'll be firing people, but there's something like no one's listening to him or something. Someone's going to release that report, which won't happen. Okay, tell me about Jack Smith. Jack, what's going on with you? Here's the offer. So he's making an offer to be a judge. Wow. Okay. A generous offer. Kind of blown out of the water. He's shocked that they're saying Trump won. I think he knows it was stolen. Here's Kamala, and here's the justice card coming in like with the military. News will coming out of him being restricted or not being able to help. I don't think he takes it because the world is here. Remember, I felt he might even go to a different country. He might stand down for a little while till it's time for him to come in. Sorry, she's showing off her new haircut. He is, honey. Her birthday's on the 24th. Okay, you guys. So Jack is going to hang in there and the world will be successful. And eventually he comes back and just pours all this ugliness right down the river. The thing is, when things start going down again, it feels like we're going to be working together, even Democrats with Republicans. I feel people being very upset about some information that's coming in. And I think it's a fact that he's a traitor. Although there's some people that said, I'll move to Russia. I don't care. I love Russia. Yeah, move to Russia. So I don't see a recount for Ted Cruz. That I kind of don't. I know there should be, but I almost feel Texas and Florida are so cheap and so bad it's not even funny. It's like you can't even go there. What will be the outcome of the Philadelphia recount? I felt like it's towards the Dems. I really do. I felt like it's towards the Dems. I don't blame people for being, let's look at how Kamala is feeling. John Smith asked. Kamala, how are you feeling? See her in meetings. How is she feeling? They're kind of enjoying the rest. I hate to say that. She's enjoying just being home, kicking her feet up because they were always in motion. She did a hell of a job. And if they had cheated, she would have won. Kamala, how are you feeling? Jack Smith feels angry, but he's not mad. He will get even. Kamala, how are you feeling? A little under the weather, but happy with love all around her. 10 of Cups, very good. Celebration, waiting for it, waiting for the next thing she's supposed to do. Big news coming, big news coming, picking up the pieces. You know, you don't think Russia would be stupid enough to try to hit America or not nukes, but do something stupid. Because if that happens and Putin's sick, you remember how America was with 9/11? If that happens and Putin's sitting in Elon and Trump's pocket, they'll blame them. You knew he was going to do this and you said nothing. Big news is coming, you guys. Here's her working away. Big news is coming. Bada bing, bada boom. And this is some sort of battlefield, some sort of battle coming up. So she's working away. She's working away. And she's TikTok. She's waiting. TikTok is what I get. Okay, so thank you guys. I had 648 questions. I know I didn't get to the Navajo Museum. I'll tell you. First of all, I broke a fingernail, so I didn't go to Arizona, which is beautiful. You know, Prescott is a different way than Sedona, but it's a nice town. But we were just too busy chillaxing and trying to figure out what to eat next. And it was cold out there, you guys. And he wants to hire people with no background checks. How's that going to work out for you? How's it going to work out for you? Yeah, he can. Think about it. Why do you want people in there that don't have proper background checks? Because you know they're no good. And what you want is people that are no good to run the show. Okay, let's take a look. He knows they're demons. How's that going to work for him? Back to the drawing board. It's not going to work out at all. There's so much chaos getting ready to happen, you guys. I don't even know what to say. I don't know how to tell you this. There's a bunch of people. If you go online between Sterling and Rosie, and there's these astrologers that all are seeing like, whoa, something big is getting ready to happen. So we'll check it out. Something big will kind of change the way we think. And there was a reader she read and said, whoever wins won't be the one to take office. Just saying, okay? That's Andrian, thank you. She said, is it possible that Spirit wants us to go through a Trump presidency this time so that Trump voters, I see a lot of people with their eyes wide open. And it's like, holy cow, but something's going to hit American soil, not necessarily a war, but something is going to happen that Americans do get a wake-up call. It's like, what? And the other thing is, I'm shocked that he would want to cut veterans. I'm shocked that they're talking out loud about cutting their pensions and everything. And my friend Dennis did the Vietnam War, and it took years for a Vietnam vet to get any benefits, including with Agent Orange, years. And you're going to just say, oh, too bad. So what he wants is he wants to cut all these benefits, Social Security and everything, so he can take the money. And because Trump is not interested in helping this nation. He just wants to fatten his coffers. He's not interested. I'm telling you, he doesn't care. And he's not going to be furious about the fact that when they alleged he won, he only won by 1%. And he's at a 41% approval rate with the election. I'm shocked that she didn't go over that. And that I think she did go over that. Okay. So President Biden, if you haven't read it, put in a man for 5 years in the Senate who's ethics. He's an ethics person, very strong ethics person who will be reviewing the Senate. And he's in there for 5 years, and President Biden arranged it so he can't be taken out. Okay. Elon Musk is going to go down so hard, I can't begin to tell you. I don't know if you're even seeing him around now. I don't know if he's seen him in Mar-a-Lago, but it's like I see hound dogs sniffing him out. Let's look at Elon Musk, and then I'm going to have to go because I got to get some groceries and I got to be back here in time to the prayers. We got to do prayers today. We'll do it at 3. So, but I got to have when my son's here, with my 2 sons here, they don't cook, they just order out. So I need refreshments. And now 1 stick of candy around here. You know what I'm saying? Tell me what I could tell. Elon Musk. And hold on 1 second. Let me just read this out loud. I have a letter from Stephen R. Spoonemore sent to Kamala Harris from a site I read about what he found out and copied to my phone, and is 14 pages telling to reconsider her concession speech and about votes, and telling do a recount. There should be a recount. And I think the recount in Pennsylvania will shock you guys, even though it's only on the senators. There will be something happening, but I can't tell you. I wish I could tell you. But that free will is always up in the air, but something's going to happen. Oh, tell me about Elon Musk, okay? So he's thinking about exiting stage left, and God will not let him get away with this. Look at this, major trouble. He's like a little mouse compared to what's getting ready to happen. He's going to exit stage left. And the opportunities will be reversed at him being cut out of the picture. Look at this. having to walk away. Ooh, ooh. Almost like, no, which way do I turn? So he's in there acting like king for a day, acting like he's part of some fake thing that him and the Vit. I see Trump telling that Vit, whatever his name, Vit Swami, I see him telling him, knock it off. What they're announcing stuff that's scaring people. So what's happened is the constituents for these people that voted Republicans in are saying, what the F do you think you're doing? What do you mean you're going to cut my Social Security? What do you mean you're going to cut our vet? I wouldn't have voted for you if we knew you were going to do that. And even GM is closing down places because of that thing he's doing with that stupid taxation. Hold on. So the Dow Jones went down 70 points. So anyway, yeah, you're going to see that Dow Jones. Ooh, yeah. Keep it safe. You're going to see some upsets with the stock market January and February, either from Trump or either from something from the outside coming in. It's a shame I can't watch him, but I won't watch him. Even if we get some exciting news, I'll have to go to Sky News or PBS or maybe CBS. I'm just not going to deal with them. Ooh, AJ just sent me thanks, AJ. Hold on. She just sent me she always has good stuff. Where are you, AJ? She just sent me something. Russian spy ship escorted away from area with critical cables in Irish Sea. I've heard about that. Those Russians are just so. And let me tell you, Scotland and Russia, they absolutely could. He could absolutely care about helping those people. He just wants them to kiss the ring. Okay, and then ooh, she also sent this right now. In California reports 41 new dairy herds infected with H5N1 bird flu, bringing the statewide total to 335. According to the USDA, over 30% of the state's dairy herds have now been confirmed infected. Maybe that's the big deal that's coming out. Let's see, because if we get all these infections going and some sort of pandemic, hold on. Oh, and I had a dream about the Rolling Stones last night. I like their songs okay, but I've never been to a concert. And I was with the lead, Mick Jagger, and they were at my house. And I said, do you want a tuna fish sandwich? And I went to make my tuna fish sandwich and all my ingredients were gone. And my sister was over. And I said, did you use my ingredients? And she said, yeah, we used it the other day. I said, oh, well, Mick Jagger wants a tuna fish sandwich. Weird dreams, right? Okay. Let's check out that H5. Is this going to be a significant deal? It can make the cost of beef. And I'm telling you, you guys think it was bad before? Okay, so they're trying to work on this very hard. See, he wants to get rid of the people that would help us with this. It's all over the world. It may be pretty significant where it ties people up. What happens to Robert Kennedy? Does he actually get in? I just heard no. Will Robert Kennedy get in and cause all this chaos? I mean, I don't mind him wanting people to eat healthy, but what's interesting is that he says America needs to eat healthy. And of course, you got that picture of Trump all having McDonald's and him too. He'd like you to eat healthier, but when Michelle Obama mentioned healthier lunches for kids, the Reds went crazy over it. Will he actually be sworn in? Into the health department. They offer it to him and then it's cut. Something's going to happen, you guys. It's been offered to him and he thinks he's going there, but he's not. The cycle reverses. Okay. Take that to the bank. Okay. So here we go. Laura wrote me the morning of November 18th and had a dream. We'll read her dream because she's a real nice lady. I was in a building on the main floor and she's talking about Biden. And he was in a floor above. I climbed the steps to the upper level and saw him with two women who I did not recognize. I assumed that one was Kamala Harris, but I cannot be sure. Biden gently but firmly told me I should not be there. This was a very important meeting, and he shooed me away, so I went back downstairs. Somehow I wound up back on the upper floor by accident, just wandering around the place, and Joe sent me away again. That's all I know. I can only guess that some things are going on behind the scenes. Absolutely, Laura. Absolutely. I've asked the realm to give me a good dream. I had that hit about, being the snipers, but let's just pray. Be sure to do your prayers. Be sure to ask the realm for peace. Putin is going berserk right now, so we'll probably get some news on Russia pretty soon, like real big news. Okay. Love you all. I got to go to the grocery store. What time is it? Oh, it's almost 1. I got to go, you guys. I love you all. Catch you later. Bye.